Learn about the newest digital pathology trends in science and industry, meet the most interesting people in the niche, and gain insights relevant to your own projects. Here is where pathology meets computer science. You are listening to the Digital Pathology Podcast with your host, Dr. Alexandra Zhurov.
Before stepping on the digital pathology path, he was working in the mobile phone industry for 17 years. His engineering and communication technology background was a great match with digital pathology and resulted in the development of a small, smart device complementing the classical digital pathology offer of other market players. Today, my guest is Mika, the CEO of Grundium. Hi, Mika. How are you?
Hi, Alexandra. I'm good. How are you?
Great. Thank you so much for joining me for the podcast. And let's start with telling the listeners about yourself and about Grundium. What's your background, basically, so that they get to know you better?
Okay. Yes. So I'm an engineer from the background, and I used to work in the mobile phone industry, namely in Nokia. That was used to be one of the biggest companies in Finland and in the mobile industry in general. So I was doing a lot of technology and product development in the mobile phone space before founding Grundium.
And how did you come up with the idea to found Grundium? How did you start your journey with this company?
Yeah, so I left Nokia with two of my colleagues, co-founders Kimmo and Janne, 2015, when we sort of figured that the phones had become pretty much a commodity, and we wanted to do something else. And then we established Grundium, and as our core competencies in developing imaging technology and products like devices, more precisely, we just basically founded the company and then started to look for exciting things to do, and then we ran into some people who introduced us into these problematics and trends in pathology and digital pathology, and we got excited, started to do some investigation and technology development, and then we realized that with our experience and knowledge from the mobile industry, we can do something different to help people do their work in this space.
Mm-hmm. So basically, you had people to start a company, you knew you wanted to start a company, and the idea for digital pathology came after you were already together and looking for something to take care of.
Exactly. So it's probably not a textbook example how to
No,
establish a
that's
company, but
exactly, that's
yeah, but that's
interesting.
how we did, because it was kind of a unique situation when we had our colleagues from Nokia free to start a company, and we just knew that we can do something unique, and we just have to find the right way to do it, and here we are.
Mm-hmm. And that was 2015.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit more about Grundium, the Grundium now with the digital pathology focus. Where are you located, and a little bit more or much more about the product you
Yes.
offer?
Okay. So Grundium is located in Tampere, Finland. Finland is in northern part of Europe, and we have actually been nominated the happiest country in the world for, like, I don't know, 3 times in a row. Sometimes I wonder why, but that's
The
that.
happiest?
Yes, happiest country. Yes.
It's cold there. I would think that happiness doesn't correlate with cold
Yeah, I mean,
so well, but
yeah. Sometimes I'm just wondering how miserable the others are, but I mean. Yeah, but here we are, and we are around 20 people, and the company is actually developing, manufacturing, and selling these portable scanners. We have the production facility is here in Tampere, and we have our development center here, and yeah, we started, like I said, we started 2015. It took a while to figure out what we really want to do. We have been all into digital pathology now around 3 years. We have two products. The first one was launched 2019, January 2019, and we have just launched the second model. And the products are digital microscope scanners, portable, small footprint, but really good image quality. That is, the image quality is comparable or even better than the some of the market leaders with the high throughput scanners.
I saw your portable scanner at the conference one. It's really small and portable. Just to give the listeners an idea, it's like, I don't know, it would fit with in a thick laptop case.
Yeah, it's like less than 8 inches to each dimension, and it weighs less than 8 pounds. So it's super easy to carry. You can like take it in a case to an airplane, or wherever you want to take it. And I usually, when I go around, I don't even have a PowerPoint deck or anything for a presentation, but I just have the scanner with me, and I set it up and show it how it works with an iPad, and it's so much more powerful than a PowerPoint presentation to show how it really works. And it's super easy to set up. It takes just a couple of minutes when you take it out of the case, and it's up and running already.
So you said it took you a little bit to figure out what to do in the digital pathology space. So when you figured out what to do, what was it exactly? What's your mission?
Well, our mission is to make professional diagnosis available for everybody. Yeah, that's really the kind of high level mission, and we truly believe that by developing and delivering the kind of products that we are now doing, it helps people all over the world to get better diagnosis. And the way it is done is that we make first of all the existing professionals, pathologists and other medical professionals, we enable them to work more efficiently, spending less time in traveling and so forth. And then the kind of the next step then is all these software assisted ways of doing things, including artificial intelligence, but so many other things like image management. And we really think that making this whole workflow digital is going to make everybody's life so much easier.
So who are your customers? Who is this microscope / scanner for? You already said different types of medical professionals, but what are their needs? Why are they looking at your product? Why are they considering buying it?
Yeah,
and why do they buy it?
Good question. Thank you. So it's like basically it's for anyone who needs to access their slide in real time, on demand, even remotely. So and there are so many different needs. So there are like second opinion, as an example, when a pathologist wants to discuss with their colleague about certain case, or if there is a distant hospital somewhere who are doing cancer surgeries and can do frozen sections, but they don't have on-site pathologists, so that then they can just digitize this slide, and then a professional can again look remotely and do the work without traveling to the hospital.
So is it safe to say it's on-demand telepathology?
Yes.
Not like you don't have to scan batch of slides. You can just do your work as you do it, and when you encounter something that you want to consult, you then use the mini scanner / microscope.
Exactly, and another way to look at it is that if you want to go digital, you don't need to transfer your slides anywhere, so you don't need to mail them to a like bigger institution where they have a high throughput scanner and then scan and wait for the result. But you can do it like quickly when you only need to do a limited number of slides per day.
So it's for remote hospitals, like you mentioned. Do you work with academic centers as well?
Yes. So it is being used in the education as well.
Okay, so I personally haven't seen such a device on the market. I think your device is unique. But who are you competing with? Who's your competition?
We are more like see ourselves like complementing the offering. So there are these existing big guys with huge powerful machines, and they are for certain applications. So there clearly is a need for those when you have to process like hundreds of thousands of slides per day, then that's the right solution. But then there's like a lot of people who sort of don't need to have that huge capacity, and then they can then we step in. So we are then helping them to enter to the digital world. And
Okay,
you are right about the product and the technology. So there is really nobody who has anything similar.
And I like very much that this is complementary, because like you say, there is applications for big scanners for plenty of other digital pathology applications, and there is a place for yours as well.
Yeah.
And so there is a certain group of customers that will need that very much.
Yeah.
In contrast to those other solutions.
Yeah, that's true, and that's the way we've been thinking since the beginning. And we have not just been thinking, but we have actually implemented a way to access any other system. So we have a really nice API, which means a software interface that can then be used to send the images to cloud or network drive or wherever needed. And then we are also supporting image formats, different image formats, and we just keep adding the formats as soon as the specifications become available. And we are really showing that we are serious with that and just want to be compatible. And we want to offer the users, the customers, the opportunity to choose a solution that fits best for their purpose.
So an institution could use both a high throughput scanner and your scanner for different parts of the workflow for different applications.
Yes, that's our target, definitely.
And they would then be able to use the same image management system that they use, LIS or whatever other software they're using in their institution.
Yeah, correct.
That's great. So you said it took you some time to figure out that it's going to be digital pathology. Why did you go into digital pathology? What caused this decision? Because the technology coming from Nokia, you could have taken up any challenge.
Yeah, that's true. But we are not young boys anymore. So we wanted to do something meaningful, something that really has an impact and a positive impact to the well-being of the people on this planet. So that was one of the key drivers. And of course, as it was like a completely new space, I didn't know anything about pathology when we started. And it's always exciting to start learning new things and meeting new people. And it just, it was just so exciting from the beginning that.
But why pathology? I mean, there's plenty of applications also within medical imaging that are equally relevant. Radiology is like 25 years ahead of pathology. What was the trigger to go into pathology? Was the person? Was it an event? Like, what's the story behind going into pathology?
Yeah, think.
If there is one.
Yeah, well, I think it was kind of it was when we realized that what we know and what we have learned in the mobile space, how well that then fits to to the bits in solving the problems that there apparently were in the digital pathology. So we realized that these equipment are insanely expensive, and they are based on certain technology, and the imaging technology in the existing products, there were pretty much basic off-the-shelf stuff that was not optimized to microscopy at all. So it sort of just clicked, the technology that we knew, and then the problem that was to be fixed.
Which was the first institution or the first pathologists you worked with?
Yeah, so
to figure out the needs and
we started already from the beginning of the development. We started talking to lots of people in the space, and we are really grateful that everybody was willing to discuss with us and help us and give guidelines what to do and what not to do. So we spoke to Dr. Pantanovich, we spoke to Dr. Yagi, and all these superstars that you meet in the conference.
Yes, the superstars of digital pathology, indeed.
Yeah, exactly. And then we spoke to a lot of local people here in Finland, and then we also went to the conferences already when we have the first prototypes. We didn't even have the commercial version of the product ready when we went to the first conferences, just to show the product to as many people as possible and get feedback.
I think maybe that was the prototype I saw. That was 2 years ago. Can that be?
Yeah, it can be.
Okay. So this idea of having such a small device is innovative in itself, but what is innovation for your company? Where do you look for inspiration, how to innovate, and how do you do it?
Yes, so we obviously look for problems that have not been solved yet. So we are like not trying to do something that somebody has done already, so that wouldn't of course be innovation, but we look for innovations especially that require innovation in the imaging space. And our team is comprised of engineers from various disciplines, so we can do like full stack software, we can do hardware design, we can do optical design, and we are actually doing that all by ourselves. And always when we have a problem or we have an opportunity, we gather the different disciplines together and start solving it together, so that our solutions typically are a combination of hardware, optics, software algorithms, and something else.
And you mentioned that you do incorporate artificial intelligence into the product, into the little microscope. How do you do it, and what does this artificial intelligence application do in your case?
Okay, so there are basically, we do have some algorithms that are developed with artificial intelligence that are included in the scanner. We don't have too much of that stuff yet, but what we do is that we are working together with like a big part of the artificial intelligence companies who are doing digital pathology. So we have real projects going on, and we have interface to their systems, and we are basically providing the images directly to their clouds to be processed. But our aim is to in the future we will be what we want to do is that we want to make these scanners even more intelligent than they are today. Then how do you do it? That's kind of a different story. Do you want to put the algorithms in the scanner, or do you make them run really seamlessly outside the scanner? And I don't think that's so relevant, but the important thing is that we are integrating the scanner and the AI solutions one way or another really tightly and making kind of a seamless experience to the users where they basically need to just click a button and next thing they know is that they have the results in a couple of minutes.
So we are talking about, for example, decision support for diagnostic type of algorithms.
Yes.
Do you have anything that is AI based, but more on the technology side of this device?
In the device we are doing, as an example, we have this automated specimen recognition. So when you start the scanning process, you insert the slide and you start to scan it first. It takes the overview image of the entire slide, and there we have an algorithm that selects just the specimen to avoid scanning empty areas on the slide, and that is developed with the artificial intelligence.
And this is within the device already, so it doesn't go over the white space.
True, that's with.
Understand.
Yes.
One question, well, a couple of more questions, but one that is particularly important to me because I'm a pathologist. Do you currently have pathologists on staff in your company?
No.
And if you don't, how do you work with pathologists for the product development?
Yeah, so well, there are different things that we are doing, but we've been since the beginning, as soon as we had the first prototypes available, we have been running pilots with the pathologists in the universities, in the med schools, even in the hospitals. So that's probably the best way to get feedback and to test the scanner is to give it out to the people to use. Then we are, of course, when we meet people, we are always trying to interview them and trying to find out what their daily problems are so that we get the ideas what might be good idea to, value adding idea to do next.
So basically giving it for pilots, checking where the gaps in the technology are, checking where the gaps in the workflow are and addressing them.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So is there anything that you wish you had known before you had started that would save you from some failures or too many of trial and errors? Something that I wish I knew that at the beginning.
Like I said before, I knew nothing about the pathology when we started. So it's been like a daily learning journey all the way. So I mean, honestly, I don't know if it's like better or worse than I didn't know where we are heading in the beginning. So
I think there is a big advantage of not having any bias.
Yeah.
Because then and also you said your team is very multidisciplinary.
Yes.
So I think then you approach it from a little bit of a different angle than your own problems that you already had while working in pathology.
Yeah.
So I think there is a great advantage to that.
Yeah.
So is there anything I have not asked yet that you would like to tell the listeners? Or you think we covered it extensively, or any story that you want to let them know about, or your next plans or next releases? I know many of the conferences were canceled right now.
Yeah, that's one of the things that's one of the things I'm really missing, because I just before this virus thing broke out, I had a chance to visit the US CAP meeting in Los Angeles and meet a lot of people and so that's what I really miss now. So it would be so cool to go out again.
Do you have already something planned? Do you know that at this particular meeting you're going to be there for sure the next time?
Well, anything that is arranged, we will be there. So I really, the ECP as an example was postponed to December. So if that happens, we will be there. That's probably then the first one. I personally, I don't believe anything other than online events will be arranged before that. I hope.
Yeah, it may be the case that only by the end of the year we're gonna be having the next conferences.
Yeah, but like we are just now starting the production for our new model, the so-called 4DX version of the portable scan. That's what I'm really excited about, and seems that there's a even bigger need for this one. So the reception has been really positive, and we will start shipping.
I think in the current situation, telepathology is actually booming. There have been regulations by the FDA and by CLIA that are loosening a little bit the remote sign up, losing the requirements necessary for the equipment for this particular time. We're going to see if it's going to continue after that, but for now, there is definitely a big case for telepathology to continue providing care.
Yes, I hope so. I hope so too, really. And I also believe that now, I'm assuming that many people who have not previously tried digital tools in pathology, they have now done that, and they realize how powerful those tools are and how much help they can get from those. So that hopefully also accelerates the penetration.
Okay, thank you so much, Mika, for this interview. Have a great day and good luck with all the projects with the new model.
Thank you, Alexandra. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening. For more great digital pathology resources, visit the Digital Pathology Consulting website and subscribe to our newsletter on digitalpathologyconsulting.com. After subscribing, you will get access to the free annotation guidelines, which will help you annotate slides consistently in all your digital pathology projects. Talk to you in the next episode.